welcome to episode 16 of our New Year's playthrough of Hell Is Us on TJ. So last episode we began our investigation to search for the keystone of Ecstasy, which is the last of the four we need to gain access to the secret room that is in the Limbic Forge in Lake Sinai. And we started off in a case of marshes to find Abbot Jaffer, and then we were able to access the Patham Abbey that was locked out of access since the beginning of this game. Actually, it was guarded. If you remember, way back in the beginning of this playthrough, it was blocked off by some of the civilian soldiers, and we can gain access to this particular area because of that for story reasons, in terms of progress. But now we're here. We found Abbot Jaffer, and unfortunately, or however you want to see it, Captain Voss and most of his soldiers were killed in an attempt to gain access to the Patham Abbey. Only Abbot Jaffer survived, and now after talking with them about the symbol of the Ecstasy, which is a two-headed serpent symbol, essentially. Let's take a look real quick for the investigation. Right here. So it's the symbol of a two-headed snake, actually, or serpent, however you want to see it. And our findings led back to Lethe, actually, war-torn Lethe, but at the National Library. Got some information, and now we're trying to find a room that may hold some documents pertaining to that. So we're going to be fully exploring this library. This has been a really fun playthrough. Really enjoying the hell out of this. Excuse me. Get out of here, get out of here. And we got some keys lost right now. Recall. You know, before we go in there, let's look around a bit more. Well, that's it. Restoration Office Code. Embry has the answer. Lethe Foundation. Glina Alliance Creation. What's this? Okay. Let's continue exploring down here. Wait, Embry Hall, is that the one with the collapsed suit? Oh, okay. I know where to go to. Let's keep this here a bit more. Oh, hello. Not yet. Let's go upstairs first. Hall.
Don't worry, we're clear. You see how easy it was to steal this thing? I told you, nobody cares.
Bravo 384, you are not authorized for takeoff. Reduce your velocity and land immediately. I repeat, you are entering restricted airspace. Turn around and land immediately. Failure to comply will be considered a hostile action.
Holy shit, I knew it! Oh, fuck. Turn around, man. I'm not sure I know how. Whoa, what do you mean? You said you knew how to fly this thing. I've only had 3 lessons. It's a lot more complicated in practice. I'll figure it out. Fucking hell, man!
Bravo 384, this is your final warning. If you do not comply, you will be fired upon.
Fuck it, I'm not going back down there. What the fuck are you doing? They're gonna kill us. Go back. Call them their bluff. I'd rather take my chances up here. Starve down there. Wait a sec. What the fuck is that? Oh, shit! Hang on! Oh my god! What the fuck?
And that's what happened. Okay. What's this? 400 AD. One man dared to defy the divine as famine gripped the land, and the force suffered beneath the gilded weight of the railroad conclave. Sabine Gao, erudite and reformers, put ink to parchment and changed the course of history. His thesis, a searing indictment to the conclave's corruption, demanded the separation of faith and power, an idea both revolutionary and heretical. His words ignited a movement, birthing the Sabinian faith and shattering the iron grip of the Calvinist priests. Yet the flames of reform came at a terrible cost. What began as a call for justice unraveled into a war that spanned generations, drowning Haiti in blood for 2 centuries. Though Sabine Gao never wavered in his convictions, carried the weight of the suffering that followed. Was he the herald of enlightenment or the author of an unending new war? The Phol and the Pyre explores the life of man who challenged the gods to pay the price. Oh. Is that in relation to this right here? This is key code. So what is this here? I don't know what's so special about this book for it to be in this. Conspiracy. Ow. You guys are alive. Oh, y'all over the damn place. very useful in attacking the drone like that. You know, Gospel of Tearr. Do I have that? Oh. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's not even worth it. The year 734 AD saw a sweeping change in the political landscape of Hadia. The theocratic Illigad conclave was abolished to make way for the secular Lablina alliance. For centuries, Haitians had suffered under the oppressive thumb of theocrats. The rise of Scipianism saw that the Calvinist conclave no longer represented the interests of the people. Religious tension was at an all-time high, with revolts erupting across the religion. From the ashes of the overthrown theocracy, an alliance blossomed between the most influential noble houses. The country would be split into provinces. Argola, Imrahan, Jahania, and Asteria were partitioned and placed under the rules of houses Argo, Umbra, Jehan, and Aster respectively. No longer would the people of Hadia be ruled by theocratic tenets. The alliance. Let's go back. Where is it? No, Lino Alliance, and then what was a note at? Was it this? Restoration Office Code. Everybody has the answer. Leaf Foundation of Alliance. So, if I'm not mistaken, I think we have the last three Loblina Alliance creation, which is 734. So we gotta find the first 2 or 3 numbers, what that is.
National Library. I should be doing research for the story, but my mind is elsewhere. All I can think about is the recent disappearances. 1 journalist is a tragedy, 2 a curious coincidence. 3, that's a pattern. I have a responsibility to protect my family. They didn't choose to pursue this story. I did. I can't put them at risk by continuing to dig into this. I can't help but feel that I'm betraying my integrity as a journalist. The truth deserves to be heard. I can only hope that someone braver than I can expose it.
Sounds like Tony. Did I hear somebody else here? Oh. Scandal and Steel. Revered for her wisdom and feared for her iron will, Lady Marguerite reshaped Argola's justice system by creating the Salazno Watch in 807 AD. Phol Guard sworn to uphold peace and arrest those who dared commit violence. But when she appointed the captain of the personal guard as its first leader, whispers of a forbidden romance spread like wildfire through the court. Was the bond truly one of duty, or did Lady Marguerite's heart betray the crown? Accused of elevating her alleged lover to a position of unmatched power, she faced both political upheaval and personal disgrace. Lady Marguerite, scandal and steel unearths the truth behind the legend, exploring the fine line between devotion and treason. At the time, the power was as perilous as love itself. A lot of stuff you can find in this library here. Few cities in Hadia can boast of such a robust cultural heritage as Lethe. Details are scant, but historians believe the city was founded in the year 537 AD. Lethe quickly became a haven for those fleeing religious persecution due to its founding principles that promised freedom and liberty for all. A promise that persists to this day. During the next 2 centuries, Lethe would become the most populous city in the Mass country. The fledgling noble house ruling the city would see their influence proliferate rapidly, so House Jahan was born. Lethe would remain their seat of power until the creation of the Loblina Alliance in the 8th century. Is there Lethe? So Lethe. Hold on a second. Oops. Let's go back to that note. Lethe Foundation, Loblina Alliance creation. So it would be 537. The Foundation, Lethe Foundation. So 537, 734. Okay, let's remember that. 537, 734. There's the basement, but let's check out this computer. Let's see what this is all about. Suspicious activity. Have you noticed some of the other employees have been acting odd around us lately? I think something illegal is going on right under our noses. I don't trust them one bit. I'm going to secure the lock room until I figure out what's up. If they want access, they can come to one of us living in. The new code is 5055. You and I are the only ones who know about it. I think we've explored much of this top and the bottom floor. I mean, I'll make a run through once more, but let's first in the basement. Who's that dude? Oh, and you. Alright. Some people here. Okay.
I still don't see why we have to leave. 70 years I've lived in Lethe. Always made it through. Always survived. We're fine right where we are.
Forgive my husband. He doesn't quite grasp the gravity of the situation. He still believes we live in the 60s in Yankel's Hadia. We must leave. For the future of our family. There is only death here.
I'm scared. Why are we hiding in the library?
Agath was a well-respected local politician in Lethe before the war. One of the few who genuinely tried to bridge the divide between Sabinian and Palamas communities. When she offered to help us leave the city, we couldn't refuse.
Our neighbors tried to leave the city through official channels. I saw their bodies hanging from the overpass the next day.
I'm trying to get this poor family out of the city. They're Palamist. They're as good as dead if they stay here. Easier said than done with all the checkpoints. I was supposed to meet with Locke, the book restorer here. Since the war began, he helped me forge documents for trapped citizens, but his office is locked up tight, and I see no trace of him. Maybe it was silly of me to come here with everything that's going on. These people put a lot of trust in me. I suppose I'll try forging the documents myself. I have no idea how or where to start.
Luckily, I think I know the code. Ah, gotcha.
I'm trying to get this since maybe.
I've spent the evening poring over the newest arrival from Matham Abbey. Marvelous. Truly a spectacular piece. The binding, the leatherwork, the embroidery, just exquisite. The accompanying letter states that it originates from the mid-9th century. Truly amazing. By far the oldest project I've worked on. I can smell the 1,000 years of musty history wafting up from its pages. Delectable. I could hardly contain my excitement. I began working immediately. Upon the very first incision to the leather-bound cover, I made a startling discovery. A strange, narrow object folded into the fabric. It is clearly ancient. I doubt even the priests know of its existence. The enigmatic nature of this tome continues to astound me. I've set the relic aside for now. Once the restoration is complete, I'll endeavor to find out more.
What's this toll? Cover's tatted and the spine bent down. Let's highlight it. See. In the hollowed hills of Visa, the faithful begin their ascent. Only the supreme conviction shall they hope to gain ingress into the Greek serpent's maw. Ecstasy awaits only those of unwavering devotion. Is that door? Yes. That's the key to the doorway. Perfect. What's this right here? Secret exchange. A few people here at the ministry are starting to get suspicious. I had to move the drop location to Office 109. The code is 2703. You can pick it up anytime after 9 p.m. As for the blank cards, same place as usual. Listen, this is the last time. You and I are square after this. I'm out. If you had any sense, you'd stop this forging nonsense before you get yourself hanged. These people don't fuck around. Is that the one in the ministry? Cultural ministry office? Okay.
I'm trying to. Easier said than done with all the checkpoints. I was supposed to meet with Locke, book restorer here. Since the war began, he helped me forge documents for trapped citizens, but his office is locked up tight, and I see no trace of him. Maybe it was silly of me to come here with everything that's going on. These people put a lot of trust in me. suppose try forging the documents myself. I have no idea how or where to start.
I got 6 of them. Really? So, KLY. So 3, 9, 5, 6, 7. Wait, hold on. That's it. Oh. I have 6 of them. So 3, 9, 3, 9, 5, 6, 7, 7. 3, 9, 5, 6, 1, 7. Damn, where's that computer at? What was in here? back upstairs. You're some bitch and you know it. You both agreed to the deal. I already paid you in full. Now you're threatening to report me? For what? You have no money, you greedy bastard. Here are the keys to my car. It's the red and blue SUV. You'll find your payoff in the trunk. I expect my ID cards to be delivered promptly. I don't know why I trust Citizen. There's something I never have to deal with your account again. What the wall? Beat you. Vexed you. Three, 6, 717. Oh, 395 617. Okay, so just the letters that we have right here is AEKLNY. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Is it Yankel? So the 731 596 731 596. Holy crap. Grand conspiracy. Fellow truth seekers, if you have made it this far, then you must be as interested in the absolute truth as I am. I will outline my findings here for you to judge for yourselves. I have a feeling many of you already know all of this to be true intuitively. There's something not quite right in this country. We've all felt it. Let me come right out and say it. I have found conclusive evidence that we are being experimented on by travelers from another world for their own nefarious purposes. Yes, aliens are among us, hiding in plain sight. They have taken control of Hadia, and the globalists are covering it. I was a teenager in the early 50s, but I can still remember the sudden flurry of activity around Mount Obed. Barricades going up overnight, armed men dressed in black standing guard around the mountain. What were they hiding? I believe the alien craft here landed in Haiti around that time. The craft burrowed under Mount Obed, and it's been there ever since. It was just before Gary and Yankel seized Pound 52. Coincidence? Why Mount Obed? Because it stands on an incredible, powerful magnetic locus. If you look at the old historical maps, you can see multiple ancient ley lines converging on Mount Obed. Follow the landmarks. Everything is publicly accessible here at the library. See for yourselves. The ancient Haitians were highly attuned to these kind of things. That's why they have found major cities on the ley lines. Just look at our provincial capitals. The Trisco-Silas line intersects the Glomar-Lobrino line right at the foot of Mount Obed. The aliens would undoubtedly have been attracted by it. Then in the 60s, they faked the moon landing to try and cover up the warp trail left when the ship arrived. With the whole world looking up into space, we needed to distract so we wouldn't question the trails in the sky. Infiltration. Let's start with Gary May. Why would the most powerful man in Haiti suddenly off himself in 82? He had consolidated all the power. Think about it. Where's the guilt he supposedly shot himself with? It only makes sense when you realize that he was nothing but a puppet, placed there to keep us in line. Something changed in the 50s. The big players suddenly took an interest in little Arcadia. International agencies, multinational corporations, research firms. Even today, 40 years later, I still see the black-eyed agents skulking around. Surely you've seen them too. Why are they still here? Who are they? Why would they come here, you ask? Good question. Power. Power and money. Big pharma. Weapons manufacturing, energy research, many conglomerates, child trafficking, all of it. They're here among us pulling the strings for their extraterrestrial masters. I don't know what kind of wicked bargain they made, but they sold us out. I've suspected for a long time that they're putting something in the water to rile us up. I would advise everyone to stop drinking it immediately. I haven't drunk from the public water system in decades, and I can finally see clearly. We need us divided, fighting each other so we can't see what they're doing. Now we have the Orange sniffing about. More globalists looking to dig their claws into this country. Modern Haiti is just a giant experiment, and we are the subjects. Wake up. Wow, it's interesting. Let's see here. Let's read more. Oh, you know what? Let's get out of here. forget that SUV. More explosions. Ooh, Ecstasy. Let's try again. I'm trying to remember. Oh, what was it? Explosion items. It's a lot. Okay. What was it? Is it? Where did I see? What was it? The cigarettes and something else. Where's the case of cigarettes at? ZT, and then there was another item. That was the mementos, but
Hey, I found additional information on the Serpent Mound mentioned in the Gospel of Tearr. Let me know if you want more information on anything you find out there.
Tanya, do you know anything about the Serpent's Maw mentioned in the book?
The two-headed snake artifact embedded in the Holy Book's cover remains a mystery. Let's face it, knowing Hadia and its old ruins, it probably opens something, right? As for the Serpent's Maw, it's located in the Vissa Hills. I remember seeing a giant serpent head sticking out of the ground. The snake's body twists and turns all over the rocky ridges. You can see the snake's head from where we first met. It's due east. I'd start looking there. Have you found something of interest? Let's see what the Zeal server has to say about this one.
This map shows the organization and planning behind Operation Bastion, the goal of which was to physically close off Hadia from the outside world. The operation was born of the isolationist policies enacted by Gary and Yanko in the mid-50s. Reinforced boarding crossings, watchtowers, walls, and barbed wire were erected almost overnight. Citizens were no longer allowed to leave the country. Foreigners would not be allowed in. Tourism was completely halted. Operation Bastion was a resounding success according to its mission statement. By the population, however, it came as a shock and would mark the beginning of a swift slide into authoritarianism. This is a photograph of 62 summit in Zurich, Switzerland. The meeting drew much criticism as many in the international community were quick to point out the inclusion of corporate leaders at a political summit. It did little to assuage the rumors and conspiracy theories behind the swirling around the Vanderlyn and Dagan families. Picture from left to right. Konrad Adenauer, Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany. Frank Vanderlyn, President of Vanderlyn Trust, Anna Vanderlyn, Ruth Grant, Owen Secretary General, JFK, President of the U.S., Charles Dagan, CEO of Dagan Industries. This fragment of pottery is one of the earliest surviving artifacts from the Icelandic society, dating from approximately 7000 BC. The crude pictogram depicts what could only be the majestic peaks of Mount Obek, overlooking the serpentine passage towards a sphere flanked by a throng of worshippers. Does this image reinforce the supposition that early Hustlings discovered the eye of God beneath Mount Obek, or is it a metaphor for the long and arduous journey towards enlightenment? One thing is clear, this fragment is proof of the shift to a monotheistic belief system that will change Hustling's society and for Adia forever. This is one of the original wooden masks at the inaugural carnival celebration of 970 AD. The carnival, as well as the adjoining week of peace, were instated to celebrate the enduring peace and prosperity of the kingdom after the calamity nearly destroyed it. The grand celebration would occur every 33 years. In the following centuries, the original meaning would be forgotten even as the tradition became deeply ingrained in cultural heritage. Original masks like this have become highly prized artifacts of Haitian tradition, especially after the celebrations were outlawed by Garrity and Muslim party people. So before we go to Vista Hills, let's go to Marston real quick. I need to... What's that boathouse?
No one should have to go through what we did. I'm afraid to close my eyes. I thought we were going to die in that barn.
I've never been so happy to see Koryo in my life. I'm ashamed to think I used to judge him. It will take some time for us to recover, but we should be okay. I worry the younger girls will never be the same.
I can't.
Some shit. It's not fair.
Those absolute fucking animals. You should have seen the conditions the girls were kept in. I swear, if I get my hands on one of them, the girls will be safe here. They've got plenty of food. They can hunker down and get the rest they need. Ugh, what an ordeal they've been through.
No. No. Ziad. Deep down, I always knew I would never see him again. But part of me still had hope. This is what I hoped I'd never have to see.
Samson. I wonder how long it takes for them to drive from one place to another, depending on the distance covered. Stammer's right maybe.
Sethris gaze upon you, stranger.
Mr. Atticus is the coolest. He brought me and Mrs. Koss and Mika here. That's my superhero symbol. You met Mama? That's the ring I made for her. What does that mean? Is she coming back? Mr. Atticus is the coolest. He brought me and Mrs. Koss and Mika here.
That's gonna be terrible.
My son!
Yeah, I need to go to, shit, I forgot about that place. Make sure I let me see. A few things to solve. So. Children.
Thank you for helping my corporal, and without any bloodshed to boot. We're on our own here since the ON withdrawal. Catastrophes like this are even more costly when there are no reinforcements.
I wouldn't go in there if I were you. Bunch of fucking savages. I've never seen anything like it. There's something about this country. No civility. It's like everyone has lost their humanity.
Thanks for the assist back there. I can't believe this B-movie costume swap actually worked.
Thanks again for helping. I'll be leaving with the Peacekeepers as soon as the reinforcements arrive.
I didn't mean to. I swear.
Those are there's a safe in here somewhere.
Bunch of corrupt snakes. They lied to our neighbors.
Oh, so that's safe. It's like a route to the office or something like that now that I think of it. It's one of the letters. What is it? I just saw it. What was it? Was this? There you go. This should be it. Office 109. Yep, 27034. There we go. Unit stamp. Wait, is it for those people in the what do you call it? Backwards. Back in the basement and in the library. It said something about blink or needed a way to get out. Sure, I'll miss anything around here. Let's go across town. Wait, it's this way. The computer facing. There, right.
These are the exact cards we're trying to forge. Wonderful. Just need a way to officialize these somehow.
Ooh, a stamp.
Excellent. This should be all I need for the documents. Thank you, you've given these people a chance.
One of the people. Accomplish all good deeds. Officially done. Good. Let's get out of here. What's this here for? Nothing. Go look something real quick. I can't tell if that's the sun or the moon. Sure that all possible pieces of that lake sun. Oh, huh? Even the dog? There's a picture of a dog in this achievement. I got a new achievement, so let's see. There were some people here already. See somebody sitting by the dog.
I still feel like I don't deserve to be here. Why do I get to live while so many suffered? I'm glad to see Rebecca is safe. Our generation is lost, but hers might still be able to stop the cycle of hate.
I'm glad to see you again, my son.
It looks different without his
It's very peaceful here.
suit.
A stark contrast from the rest of Hades.
Is that mead?
Huh. I'm glad you made it here. How are things?
Good. It's as if Satharas himself created Lake Sinon. It's so peaceful. The birds, the waterfalls, crystal clear water, and the flowers. It is the ideal place for Rebecca and I to heal our wounds. I was surprised to see the reservoir emptied. I don't know what lies beneath, and I don't care to find out. Both Rebecca and I will be staying here until the war is over.
How is Rebecca doing?
When we arrived here, she slipped into a deep sleep. I think she hadn't slept like that in so long. She is obviously in a great deal of pain. She hasn't opened up about the explosion that took the lives of her parents and little brother. I will give her the time and space. Right now, all she needs to do is enjoy the peaceful surroundings.
Oh, yes, gotta get to that damn captain's office. Let's go inside the house. This is a room. Oh, the entrance? Oh, there you are. Hey, it's Max. Hello.
We finally made it here. Lake Sinan is way more beautiful than I remembered.
Hey. What happened to you and Jova?
I don't want to talk about Jova anymore.
Is your uncle gonna be okay?
I think so. We pray to Sethris a lot. Uncle Jaffer likes to do that. He's always happier afterwards. And it makes me happy too. I wish that Sethris could stop all the bad stuff from happening. But, Uncle Jaffer says it doesn't work like that. He said we need to take responsibility for our actions. Sethris, help us all.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah. I think about them a lot. Especially my baby brother. Miss them. I have less nightmares here, though. Uncle Jaffer told me Lake Sinan would help me forget the bad memories. Soon, I'll only remember the good ones. Like when my brother and I used to play games in the treehouse. Miss Haley taught us about Hadia. She told us that the Sabinians were horrible people who wanted to hurt us. And they gave us examples of what happened in our history. King Aster was a very mean man who wanted to eliminate all Palamists. Sabinians think he's a hero. It's true. Look at what they did to us in Jova. Miss Haley was right. They all hate us. I want this to end. I want my mom and my dad to tell me everything will be okay. I want to play with my baby brother in the treehouse. I want to go to school. I want to play with my friends in the marsh, and I want to listen to Uncle Jaffer's sermons. I want things to go back to normal. I don't think they will. They were always nice to me. Zhao wanted me to stay with them at their outpost, but I didn't want to. She came to see me in secret and made sure I had food. When she told me she was leaving Jova, she wanted me to go with them. I told her I was staying for Uncle Jaffer. She gave me more food and said goodbye. I hate them. They killed my mom and my dad. They killed my baby brother. He was only 5. Miss Haley was right about them. They're not people. They're all murderers. Everyone I know is gone. They're with Sethris now in the higher place. Uncle Jaffer talks about it in his sermons. It's where we go when we die. It's a place that has no memories. You only feel happiness. And it's where my mom, my dad, and my baby brother are. They're demons. They're here because of the Sabinians. They're friends with the demons. They never attacked them in Jova. See? They're friends with them.
Oh, I know where this key goes to. Father Jaffer, I thought it'd be best to leave this area away from prying eyes. The men in black have returned again. Even brazen them the last time. I don't know what they are looking for, but I fear they will not stop until they find it. The sanctity of the Abbey means nothing to them. They care not for our history or traditions. After they left, I took what artifacts I could and stored them away in the cliffside alcove near northeast of the Abbey. You know the one. It's not much, but Tearr cursed me if I let those heathens take any of our secret relics. Brother knows. I know where it is, so...
I'm glad to see you again, my son.
I didn't notice that. What is that? Alright, let's go to real quick. It's a straight shot, straight ahead. Oh my god, what the hell? me go back to the Ministry of Perfect Primacy. Oh. These are somewhere. Oh, God. What's this? Report of civil disobedience. Arst. 105, arrival on location, 154 Darga Street, Los Celis. Upon searching the premises, evidence of contraband was discovered. Object of interest was confiscated. Subject apprehended at his place of employment on charges of possession of restricted materials. Subject has been confined and interrogated. Subject claims the object was a family heirloom. The object in question bears a striking resemblance to another confiscated last month. Case 1512, Agent Setton. Object resembles a shaft or rod, 5 centimeters in diameter, 45 centimeters in length. A regular pattern consistent with culturally sensitive contraband. Need a follow. This one right. Got that though. Oh, alright. So the goal for this episode is taking a step back from the story to complete some stuff. Let's get this. This all back. Trying to get as much side stuff as possible, or complete as much side quests as possible, like the time loops. That's available. Time loops, the mysteries, before I continue on to the story. Like, we're almost done with this game here. Oh, what's this? Here. I really like this Buster Sword, but it has the my special ability. It shoots out a beam. I like this. Thank you. actually with that.
To another peaceful year! Hail! To another peaceful year! Hail!
Peter?
To another peaceful year! Hail!
Y'all got poisoned? Is that what it was?
To another peaceful year!
Centuries ago. Oh, here. Alright. Save, and then let's just evolve it. Let's go to Alright, here we go. Let's see what else I got. I did all that. Force. Oh, you know what? Let me go to the captain's office real quick. Let's see. There's one weapon signature force, but where though?
Find anything? Nice find. Let's run it through the database.
Perform research on items related to the Order of the Eye. Ooh. Got an achievement. Sworn to secrecy. Perform research on items. Good. So I got 2 achievements knocked out based on that factor. In 717 AD, Calvin Modus, a well-respected member of the Order of the Eye, was tasked with creating a weapon that could be used against the limbic entities. He gathered the most prominent blacksmiths of the time and founded the anvils of Modus. All they had to work with was a recovered limbic shard from a captured entity. For years they toiled day and night, struggling to find a method of harnessing the limbic shard. Eventually, it was Modus himself who discovered a technique for molding the material into a usable state. These silvers, devoid of all latent energy, are what remains of the countless failed attempts. This cup belonged to Countess Algia, warden of grief of the Phol Guard. Due to their belief that the limbic threat was largely contained, the Order of I decided to disband the Phol Guard in 1513 AD. Disbandment occurred in the form of a mass poisoning of its members at a grand feast hosted by the Order. Pentos had been harboring a growing distrust of the Order for some time. It was his last-minute trepidation that kept him from the feast. Having narrowly escaped betrayal at the hands of the Order, Pentos understood that the Phol Guard's purpose was now more crucial than ever. He would go on to found the Vigil, an organization dedicated to carrying on the Phol Guard's mission away from the prying eyes of the Order. The traces of the poison used by the Order are still detectable inside the cup. So he basically made a mistake. What an idiot.
I finished my first draft on the Order of the Eye.
I'm not going to read all this about myself, but let's see here. Order of the Eye, 1903. Residents with the stroke of the beginning. Battle lasted 3 days in Lisa Hills. 200 years of civil war. So it's 4 pounds for civilians risked everything to expire for peace. I did not know that. Guild of Lucidity became the Order of the Eye. Shroud. Sound effects. Time loops. Boundless human power and violence caused by the destructive emotions that in the cycle. People inside are cursed to relive the hideous acts of barbarity over and over. Time loops had appeared throughout the country. The sound effect was an unmitigated disaster. They had stopped the war at what cost. Stop. Search results. That's gonna stop. Setting them up. Several tests that someone had to bring a prison to the center of the tunnels to destroy them. Brave souls, called primitive martyrs, sacrificed themselves to shut down time anomalies. Scholars provoked another unforeseen side effect, and the first limbic invasion began. So Timeless came around. Okay. First limbic invasion. Creatures of unspeakable horror leaped out of time loops. First defending them. Position. They killed only one. After several assaults and losing hundreds of soldiers, they killed only one creature. They more or less badly beaten. Wow. The shards, strange. The weapons. The blacksmiths were swinging secrecy and products in the middle of the first limbic forge. Okay. The Phol Guard was created to protect the order of the eye, help destroy tumblers and creatures protected. So at some point, because of the Calamity, Sabinians and Palamists had to join forces to stop these guys, the limbic entities. But why in this time frame they're not joining sides? They don't know. I think it's because they don't know how to kill them, possibly. Wait, what? For the country to truly band together and end the prospect the scholars secretly purposely left limbic weapons in known holy sites across the country on both sides, manipulating the people's religious beliefs. They united the force and put these divine gifts to good use. That had lost control. The device, which had caused the calamity, had merged with the God of the ground. They didn't understand why or how it happened, but they couldn't exist anymore. Subsequent invasions, control of the shroud. The only thing the scholars would do is capture the highest series. To protect both things grappling against the civilians. Heavy losses amongst Haitians and Phol Guards. They rule the country themselves. During peace, 1950 AD. That's great monarchy. Second week of peace. Remember that. The balance took place. Everything's closed. Purge of knowledge. Every aspect of limbic invasions must turn back to religious stories, metaphors, and allegories, which at the eye of God gets everything. Even speaking of limbic entities became a sin. That's in the 10th century. But no, they could lose what they managed.
You can now read the article I wrote on the Vigil.
And along with the Vigil of some darkness. Five devastating calamities on this picture. There's a fifth calamity. Save the ancestral order, it is impossible. Scholars say, ordered the disbanded the Phol Guard, overthrow of executions of wars hunted down and eliminated. Wow. One man did not impact us out yet. That's what my grief. Escaped execution. Vanished into the shadows with a small force of loyalists. But that's where, okay, that led them to the creation of the Vigil. Okay. The Keystone of Grief, which was the first keystone we found. I think we found the location of the first forge. Order of Greek receiving forum. Just trying to find it. Chinglong sword. There's no Vigil agent recognizing it. The Yellow caves would soon become the Watcher's Nest. Okay. Birthplace of the Phil. Cancellations of the carnival in the week of these following threats of another calamity was coming. Members began to disappear. The first since two captains, so I had to trade them. They just reached out to me once. Said it was a message. Last Vigils gathered these civils for one final week. But the ambush only remains. Okay.
I discovered a vault of forbidden knowledge in Maristan.
Maristan? I know what that is. Moving on to the Vita state. Okay. Yeah, and you know what? Well, let's go to Visa Hills real quick. Collect some stuff. We learned quite a bit about how the Calamity became the Civil War, and also the creation of how the Vigil came to be, following the Phol Guard. Some good stuff. It's a really good read to understand this country, what they've been through, and all that stuff.
remember... Have I helped enough Haitians?
You are a shining example for all Vigils. Good work.
Bonus assault. More master's essence. Focus on your martial form, restoring health for each landed combo capper. Oh, okay. All groups who need all sorts of healing are more effective. The benediction of power. Become possessed of single time, costs. Ooh. Wow, that's a good one.
What's our status on time loops?
Good. You closed a few of them. I'm sure there are more out there.
Brace. Thought of early. Feel life's heartbeat, greatly enhancing the healing pulse ability. Ooh. Gotcha. Foliage providence. We are watched over from on high, becoming impervious to harm. Oh, wow. 30 seconds. Dude. Wait, what is the password to this thing? I guess we'll find out later on. Back, but let's go to let's go to Maristan real quick. What is that, by the way? Actually, you know what? No, we'll end the episode. Let's go to Case of Marshes, check out the blacksmith, see if we can upgrade some stuff.
Welcome back. How can I help?
Yeah, we'll call it an episode. So let's just park over at Maristan real quick. And we got a lot done from a side quest perspective, so we took a bit of a break from the story following what we discovered, or what we found, what was needed to gain further knowledge of where the keystone of Ecstasy is. So once we begin the next episode, which will be the 17th episode, my goodness, we're gonna try to find the Vault of Knowledge. Try to find the Vault of Knowledge. I think it's behind a waterfall, if I remember correctly. Then we'll continue on with the story. And then we might find the keystone of Ecstasy in the next episode, if not the episode after that. So we'll see how we progress once we go to Visa Hills. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Take care and have a good night.